Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela here again today. Just a little video again, little tutorial on what we're going to do. So let's have a look at what that is. So I'm in my second signature. You'll recall we did that over the last weekend. I'm skipping quite a few pages now, almost to one off the middle. So if I just take this page here, that's our middle page, and then we've got a book page which needs to be centralized properly, but it's not important at the moment. I'm going to work with this page here, so the pink polka dot page, and on the other side is the blue gingham page. So that's the page I want to work with today. All right, so just so that you know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to just clip the signature together there so that when it comes to fitting in what we're going to make, I don't battle to find the page. All right, so that's what we're going to do, and I'll just put that to the side. Right, so today I'm going to use a little envelope. What a surprise. And I'm actually going to use one of my US letters that I received. So I think Aurora sent me these. Thank you, Aurora. And I thought, well, today is the day I'm going to show you guys how to use a US letter, because I know most of the time I use a UK envelopes, and well, I've got these and I had a great idea for it. So this is, as I said, one of the US letters. We are going to trim a bit off the length, but the width of this one is 6 inches, so that I think is 15 centimeters. Yes, all right, there or thereabouts, guys. So just remember the length of this. As I said, I'm going to trim off a piece, so wouldn't worry about that. This one's 23 centimeters or 9 inches. All right, but as I said, it could be shorter. Now just use what you have. I like that it's got these 2 windows on here, but of course we can make up things that, to fit in with what you do have. So this is just a mailer. It's a used mailer, and I'm going to use this one today. So what I did here was I folded this in half first of all. You don't need to have a flap on it. You could stick that down. Let's start off by folding this completely half in lengthways in half. Gosh, got to get my words about me today. Right, so whenever I want to record, then I can't speak properly. I don't know what it is. Oh, I think it's just nerves. You know, I do have get nervous even after doing this. I don't know how many times, hundreds. So I'm going to just take my bone folder, and I've just squashed that in half, and there we have it. We've got a window on that side and we've got a window on that side. All right, and now I want to trim off a piece. So what I did was I took my little page again, and I thought, right, I wanted to fit a little bit within there and a little bit within there, so that's all right. So I'm just going to make a mark. I'm just gauging it here. I'll tell you the length in a moment, and that's the mark that I want to trim that off. So let me give you a measurement there. We are looking at 7 3/4 inches. All right, 19.5 centimeters. So that's what it is, and I've trimmed that off. Now I've done that already. So and I did keep the little piece that went with that. You can see that's the bit I cut off, and you know, I'm sure I'm going to come up with a little idea for that, so I won't throw it away. Don't throw it away. Right, so here I've trimmed it. Same envelope. I've just inked this one up, gone a little bit around the windows there and the edges on both sides, and got the little piece that I've cut off. All right, so there we have it. So that's what we've got there. Right, now what I want to do with that is I want to decorate this. Now first thing I should mention is I want to be mindful of some of the openings here. So I want the openings at the top, but at the moment, because I've cut that off the bottom, I couldn't cut it off the top. We've got an opening at the bottom, but it doesn't matter. We will sort that out. All right, so I don't want this opening here on the side. So what you could do is you could go and stitch that. All right, I do want the opening at the top here, so I will have to go and trim that. So let's do that quickly. Right, so I did go and ink there, but that doesn't matter. I just want to take a little bit off the top here. A little bit. So we're looking at the tiniest amount. Right. I wonder if we could do anything with these. Who knows? Right. These are things that go through my head. Right. Okay, so we do have that now opening quite a lot. That doesn't matter. I want to just stick down this little bit here, and I'm doing that because I don't want it to catch when I put a tag in there. So I do like to keep those little bits nice and flat. And then while this is all nice and open, I do want to sort of put some scrappy bits behind there. You don't have to do this. This is just me, you know, covering up bits because I don't like the look of that. And I've just got a scrap here. I've just taken it out and I thought, right, this lacy paper, there we go. I need it about there, and I'm just gauging it. I'm not going to just cut that straight across. I thought I had more than one piece of paper here, but I don't. These are just the scrappy bits that I have. So I'm just using those up, and you can use whichever ones you have. I've got a whole envelope full of them. And I just thought that while I have this open, I'm going to stick these down. I hope you guys are all well. I hope you've been having some lovely crafting time and following along with the Junk Journal Tips, Tricks and Hacks collaboration. You saw my contribution to that, so thank you all for your wonderful support. But of course there have been some other wonderful ladies as well. I mean, fantastic lineup there, so please go and have a look. I am posting the links in my Facebook group every single day, so please be on the lookout for that. Of course, you can follow up at any point and just put in the hashtag JJ Tips, Tricks and Hacks. The link for that is in my description box. All right, it's hosted by Rach and Bella, so you know it's lovely. You can't go wrong. Right guys, we've got this little bit sorted. I'm going to start decorating these two sides up. We are going to have it like this, and then I think I might go and sew around this. So yeah, if you're not going to sew around it, then you can go and take your glue and glue down the side here and down the side here. So we're going to have these two open, but the rest of it will be closed. All right, so I'm going to start on this side here again. And I really love these two little envelopes. I think they're so cute. Right, what I've done is I have taken my background page. I have just used my pencil and knife, as you've seen me do many times, and just marked the window space. And you know how I do that. I just hold it where it should go. I lift this up and I just gauge it. Now I've gauged this slightly longer here, slightly over there and slightly higher there. That was enough. You can see the windows further down, but I've made sure that the marks I make are inside of this window so that you just see the gap. All right, you could also tear strips of paper and place them along like that as well if you're not comfortable. So there are different ways to do this. Right, just going to take this glue and I'm going to get this all stuck down. I think that's enough glue. Right, let's get that down. Now I like to start on the side with the window just so that I know that I have that in place, and then after that I stick everything else down. Okay, now you don't want to go over the fold line there if you can help it. So there's that first one done, and I'm going to do the same on this side. So I've got the same paper. This is one of the background pages from my Baking Bliss journal, which I love, and again cut out the window there, and I'm just going to and then again just on this side here. Okay, so we've got that all nicely adhered. Oops, what happened there? Right, that's better. Okay, so we've got those two sides covered, and if you open them up, there we go. All right, so happy with that. Now what I'm going to do very quickly is I'm just going to sew around that side, that's straight across there and there, and I'm going to see you back here just in a moment. Okay, so here you can see I've just sewn around there, straight across and up there. So I've got a pocket here and a pocket here. I haven't sewn down the middle because it's going to go round like this, so that will keep it in place anyway. All right, so let's do a little bit of decoration here. Not too much, but you know, I do like a bit of decoration. And I've got a couple of these little die cuts. These are from the Wildflower Sizzix dies that I love to use. That's using my blue polka dot paper, and this is the pink cardstock actually. So I'm going to just stick that down here. Improving. Some lovely sunshine here today, although it's still cold. So what's the weather like where you guys are? I think spring is in the air. It's in the air. I think I'll stick this one on this side like that. Definitely in the air. The bulbs are blooming in the kitchen. Lovely tiny daffodils, irises, and some pink flower. I don't know what it's called. Beautiful, all in a beautiful bowl. I just love that. I love flowers. I just can't help myself. They make me smile. Right, so we're going to put this one just next to this one, and it's going to peek slightly over the window, but that's okay. We aren't going to be limited by lines. That's my advice, guys. Don't be limited by the edge of the page. Go beyond the edge of the page. That's when all the fun happens. That's my suggestion to you. Yes, I'm looking forward to spring. I love all the seasons. I don't choose not to enjoy the winter because it's cold or anything. I do different things in different seasons. More outdoors in the summer and the warmer months, but of course more indoor activities in the cooler and cold months. Right, I've got these little bits. You know, I love cutting out these little bits from that backing page. So I've got tea towel and oven mitt there, and a little butterfly, and put on one of these sentiments. Baking is both an art and a science. It is a science. Definitely. I had a career in baking for a good 14 years, and it was lovely. And I think you've heard me say that before. Yeah, made all sorts, and it is definitely a science. Oh, I think I wanted the other one first. So I love the tea towel. I love these lovely linen. Well, they don't have to be French linen, but the French linen ones are beautiful, aren't they? They're so absorbent. I do like them. I'm just trying to grip this one. Right, where do I want this? Okay, we're going to put that just at the bottom there, and I think we'll just angle this one slightly over at the bottom there. Right, so that side's done. Not too busy at all. Right, and on the other side, similar kind of thing, different flowers and things. Right, I've got the other ones. These all come from the same set, and I just love them. I do love flowers. They can fit into any occasion, can't they? Except for Christmas and winter. Well, I had flowers there as well, didn't I? Yeah, just different flowers. And that's the beauty of nature, isn't it? You get different flowers for different seasons, different fruit and veg and all sorts of things. So it keeps it all exciting. I remember we used to have a chocolate once that only sort of hit the shelves at certain times of the year. And I think it's because of it was winter, because in the summer it would melt too easily. So we used to look forward to that at that time of the year. I wonder if any other chocolates do that. I mean, I know Easter, but those are occasions, and you know, but this wasn't a specific season, but I just used to love those. And I can't remember what they're called now. But yeah, I must have a little think about that. Right, so there's those two, pink and blue. We're bringing that out. And then I'm going to put another label here, a bigger one. You bake my heart happy. Gosh, I think I'm going to have to get my daughter to make brownies today. I'm feeling like brownies. I was going to make this a pocket, but as I'm gluing here, I'm thinking, no, this isn't a pocket. So close it up. But you could make it a pocket. Right, so we've got this one here. That's perfect. There we go. And then again, just a couple of little bits and bobs. So I've got the measuring spoons, same sheet of paper, and the mixing bowl. So I'm going to stick those two on this side here. So really easy little piece of ephemera today. Right, so we'll have that like that at a little bit of an angle. And we're going to put the measuring spoons. My daughter does make good brownies. I like walnuts in them. Nice chocolate brownies with walnuts. Oh, yes. It's still winter here, so you know those things are definitely on the agenda. Although I could my body could happily do without them. But you know. Right. Do I want this one here? Of course I do. Right, so there's our little decorations all happening there. So I hope that you are going to follow through. We're on the home straight. We're going to fold this. I'm going to show you some tags that I've got in here, and then we'll be done. So hang on to that thought. I'll be back here in a moment. Okay, so here I am. I'm back, and just going to put this now into our book. So opening that up to the page, and this is the page over here. So with this, okay, so we are going to wrap this around the page like this and like that. All right, look how pretty that's going to look. I just love it. Right, now what we want to do is we want to glue it on the top and the bottom, not this side here, so just on the underside. So I'm going to take, well, let's get it in place first. So I think it'll be easier if it's in place first. So we'll get that like that. Move this to the side. And I've got that, oh, just got a little bit of glue that I need to put down over here. And then I'm going to just clip this in place, just so that I know it's not going to move too much. Oh no, you need to centralize it a bit better than that. So I think that's about central. Let's put that in the middle. Right, so now we want to get some glue. Probably move that down there. Right, so we want to get some glue. I'm going to just run it over the edge here. I'm going to make quite a fair amount of glue on that bit. Lock it right to the edge of the page and get that stuck down. Right, so that's the first one. That one was awkward, but we can move our clip up there now. All right, and then same on this side. I'm just going to run some glue right at the top, making a, you probably can't see this one as clearly, but same as the principle above there, and then just put that nicely down. Now use bigger clips if you need them, just to give it a bit of a clip down on the edge more than anything. Will this one fit over here? Yeah, all right. So what we've got here now, we've got a tuck spot, but we're going to put a tag in there in a minute when we've done this all. So it's going to look really lovely. So we want to just turn this over the page. We will have to remove these for a minute. Now, you don't have to glue this side down. The options here are endless, and you could have that as a flip up, cover that up there, put some pockets or a journaling spot in there, and something else underneath. So you could do that as well. But I'm going to make another tuck spot here, and because this is a recipe journal, I want lots of place to store the recipes, because I know we will have a lot of those. So it's easier to work with this now. I'm going to just put some glue at the top there, a little bit just along the center, and then some more glue, a fair amount on the edge there. All right, That one in the middle here is just going to keep that nicely secured. And then we can stick that down as well. And again, I'm going to just put a bit of a clip on the bottom here. And on the top for a moment. And just do it gently. All right. Okay, so we've got all of that nicely secured. So that's just giving that a moment to dry quickly. And take all of these bits and pieces out of the way. Okay, so I think that's sort of sorted that out. We can take these off. And I'd probably put them back on again after this, but just so that I can finish off for you. Now, while I'm waiting for that, I've got 2 tags that I've made. I want to just show you, I cut them from this piece of paper. These are the mini pages. And you can see I've cut them off here. And this was a bit from the other side. So I've cut this panel right through the middle there. So that's what I've done. And the width of these tags are 2 3/4 inches. So that's what I did for that piece. This tag itself is 7 inches or 17.5 centimeters there or thereabouts. The mini page ends there, and I've done my little trick of putting scraps there and joining up that bit with a little bit of lace, and the same with this one. All right, so that's what I've done with those. Now these are going to slide into those pockets that we made at the top, hopefully. All right, so let's try and get that in there. So we want to lift this up, and we want to get this into this bit over here. All right, so I've just put some ribbon on the top there. You're not going to see too much of anything interesting on these, unfortunately, but that doesn't matter, you know. We've got that one there, and then this one's going to go on here, and you can write a beautiful recipe, ingredients and method would fit on there perfectly. So this one's going to slide into this section here. And just be careful of your lace. All right. Right, so we've got a little bit of the cake sticking out there. All right, so those are my little bits and pieces today. I just want to see if I can find in my ephemera box a little piece of ephemera that I can just slide in on the side here. So I haven't sewn my journal cards yet, but you could take your journal cards, for example, you could stick one in here, or your other journal cards. So, you know, we've got some other pretty ones as well. So just grabbing what I've got here, one like that, a postcard, write a recipe on there and stick it on there, for example. I quite like that there, actually. Love the blue stamp picking that up. So that's that side. And then on this side, just put in one of the pinker ones. So this one over there, for example, something like that. Okay, so that's what we're doing today, our little upright page wrap with a happy mail. Just want to say thank you for following along. I hope that you've enjoyed this today. Go and follow along with the collaboration that's running with Rach and Bella, the Junk Journal Tips, Hacks and Tricks. That'll be amazing. If you're wanting to find any more of these baking tutorials, I have the playlist in the link below this in the description box. So have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. That'll be Sunday. Stay well now. Bye-bye.